Late talkers, intervene or not to intervene. Today let's have a discussion on, are there children who are really late talkers? Can we label some kids as having late talkers? Do we need to intervene them or just give them some more time for them in order to grow up naturally and to learn language in a more natural way? Welcome to Daffodil CDC channel. This is Dr. Jyotsna Tanigundala. First, let's see when you call a child as late talker. Always we have certain milestones for everything, right? Right from walking to sitting or eating food. Similarly, we do have milestones for learning language. We have milestones for understanding language and we have milestones for expression of language. Isn't it? So, whenever the child crosses this milestone and if there is a gap of more than 6 months, that's when we say that the child is a late talker. Generally, in late talkers, the receptive language ability, that means the understanding of language, would be in par with his age, or a slight deviation of 3 months could be there in the understanding ability. But whereas we see a lot of difference or lack in the expressive language abilities. And generally, this difference should be around 3 to 6 months of age. For example, if my child is around 3 years of age, his understanding of language would be around 2 years, 10 months or 3 years, in and around that. And his expressive ability of language would be around 2 years, 7 months or 2 years, 6 months. These children are categorized under delayed talkers or late talkers. If the language ability is far beyond his age, then we name them as a delayed development in speech and language sector. And always you should remember that late talkers will never have any other issues. For example, there shouldn't be any behavioral issue or the sensory issues associated to the child. A simple example for it is, if the child is just a late talker, he should be able to understand everything. For example, if I ask him, go give this phone to mama or get me water bottle from the fridge, he should be able to follow those commands. And he should be able to respond to his name call with 100% accuracy. Whether even I call or you call, he should be able to respond back. And at the same time, he should be able to learn the non-verbal mode of language expression. For example, if the child is hungry, he should be able to come to us and indicate that he is hungry. For example, he can show this or he can show his tummy and say, I am hungry. Okay, that's a non-verbal mode of communication. But never get mistaken for the children who doesn't do all these things and along with that he is not able to speak. For example, if there are children, the child might not be able to speak, but if the child is also unable to express his needs using these non-verbal gestures, then remember that we should never call them as late talkers. Okay? So always we see many of the times parent says that one of our family member has a delayed history of talking. And they think it is quite normal. They say, madam, no need to worry about the speech. Just work on his behavioral issues. For example, the child is moving around. That's my only concern. So please make him sit at one place and increase his sitting tolerance. Language will recover by itself because one of our family member has this history and we all, that's okay, we give some more time and the child is going to grow up on his own and eventually he will learn the language. That's a myth. So always remember, late talkers will never have any behavioral issues and late talkers should be able to make others understand about their needs using a non-verbal mode of communication. And late talkers should always understand and follow your commands. Maintain a good eye contact. Give 100% response to the name call. These are the basic things that you need to remember as a parent. And the second question in this discussion is, even if the child is a late talker, do we need to intervene them or just give some more time for the child to learn by himself? As a developmental person or as a speech pathologist, I always prefer to intervene the child, even a late talking child. You know why? Because the next time the child goes to the school, he should be able to make friends over there. He should be able to communicate his needs to the teacher, isn't it? And the children who speaks more will generally become pet students for the teacher. And you all know the psychological factors associated in having a pet child. isn't it? And there is nothing wrong in providing speech therapy, there's nothing wrong in intervening the child early in life, because the brain will have lot of brain cells will be available to learn, or lot of neurons will be available, and the wiring between them, the strength of wiring is going to be very high if you intervene the child early in life. And also, the child will not get frustrated, isn't it? As a child grows, the need for communication increases. It's not only to convey your basic needs. We generally communicate to share our interest. So in order to share the interest, the basic component required over there is the expressive language. So if you can't express your mind out, or if you can't speak out your mind, then definitely the child is going to be frustrated, and that's how the tantrums might develop internally or subsequently, right? So it's, as a speech pathologist, I always recommend to intervene children who are the late talkers. Thank you so much. If you have any further doubts, please drop in our comment section. We'll try to take up the topic in the next video. If you like the video, please subscribe us. Thank you.